Hi everyone, my name's Peter. Thanks for joining the Subpod composting community. Today I'm going to show you how to make your Subpod timber lid. To continue, you will need to know how to use power tools. If you're not sure how, ask a friend that does. Here is what you're going to need: a drill, an angle grinder, a measuring tape, 30mm stainless steel at about 3mm thickness, extremely lightweight timber. We suggest using paulownia timber. This one here is 19mm thickness. It's important that we use lightweight timber as it ensures that you're not going to be putting excess stress on the hinges. Countersunk screws. The size will depend on your timber thickness. These ones here are 20mm. Flathead or button head screws. Again, the size will depend on your timber thickness. These ones here are 32mm. Step 1. Take off your Subpod lid. The best way to do this is to put your Subpod lid on an angle. So get some support, maybe a friend or a chair. Next, unscrew your supporting hinge. Remove it and put it to the side. Carefully unclip the tabs hinge by hinge. Great job! We've designed Subpod to have anchor points underneath the foam here, so you can screw in your timber lid. This is what it looks like without the foam. These anchor points here allow you to screw in your timber lid. Some of these anchor points are already exposed, but the others we're going to have to cut away. We're going to need access to 2 rows of the anchor points. In order to do this, print off your Subpod wooden lid template. Puncture a hole through each of the dots on your Subpod template. To align your template, place the edge of the paper on the edge of the foam and the top of the paper in line with this white line. Mark out where you'll be drilling. The second row here is going to be for the other side. Repeat the same steps. One tip to ensure that you've marked the correct spaces is there will be a pointy edge just above where you will drill into. So feel in there, and if you feel a pointy edge, the hole should be just below it. To give you a clearer idea, this is what it looks like without the foam. First, we're going to use a large drill bit to take out some of the foam. It's important that you don't drill into the Subpod at this point. Stop once you feel or see the plastic. Once you've drilled out the foam, poke your finger in there and see if you can feel the hole. It'll feel exactly like this one here. Once you've drilled out all the foam and you can see your anchor points, pre-drill into your anchor points with a drill size slightly smaller than your screw. And now you want to screw out the middle ones and the bottom ones. Turn around your Subpod lid. You should have 3 rows of 5 holes, 15 in total. Next, measure and cut your timber according to your Subpod lid. We recommend a 20mm overhang, which is 780mm. Place your timber over your Subpod lid and get a feel for the finished product. You may want to space out your timber 2 to 3 mils each. This is your choice and purely aesthetics. Once you're happy with the placement, set your timber aside in that same placement. Square up everything. Once everything is squared, measure up your timber slats so you can get a measurement on your aluminium. I've got 450. If you would like to use your Subpod timber lid outside, now's a good time to seal the timber. Measure up 450, 3 pieces of aluminium to match the size of your timber lid. Before you use any power tools, make sure you have your safety gear up and ready. This is a precautionary step. Align your strip of aluminium on your Subpod lid and mark down roughly where the dots of your anchor points are. Do this for the 3 strips. Time to secure your 3 aluminium strips to your Subpod timber lid. Space out your 3 aluminium strips along your timber. You're going to want to mark down where you'll be pre-drilling into the timber. It's important that you don't do it where the anchor points are. Use a different color to make this easier on you. You'll be pre-drilling 2 holes into each timber piece. Time to pre-drill for your countersunk screws. Next, we're going to use a slightly larger drill piece so you can countersink your screws. The reason why we're countersinking all our screws here is so it's flush and lines up with the Subpod lid. Now that your aluminium is secure to your timber, it's time to connect it to your Subpod lid. Remember, we don't want to be putting extra weight on the hinges. To give you an idea, this timber seat weighs 2.2 kilos. Place your timber seat down and your Subpod lid on top to where you'll be aligning and attaching the lid. Center your Subpod lid and align the anchoring holes along the aluminium pieces. Next, we're going to use our button head or flathead screws to secure the lid to the timber. Great job. It's time to pop on your timber seat back onto your Subpod. The last step, putting on the Subpod seat, timber seat, back onto your Subpod. Remember to keep all your hinges upright and to feed it into these holes here. Placing your Subpod on an angle, slowly pushing it down and clicking it all into place. Then you put on your Subpod supporting hinge.